Hi, I'm Seth. I'm a sophomore and I'm 16.
Hi, I'm Lainey. I'm a senior and I'm 17 years old.
Hi, I am Kate. I am 18 and I am a senior.
Hi, my name is Xander. I'm 16 and I'm a junior.
Hi, I'm Hunter. I'm a senior and I'm 17.
Yeah, I think having goals matter because it allows you to make a big stepping stone to be able to accomplish something more bigger in the future because you're more comfortable around already having your own goals, and eventually it will allow you to accomplish something big in life.
I think having goals does matter because I'm a very goal-oriented person, and having something like an end goal to reach motivates me to get there.
I think goals are important because having something to work for and then being accomplished for doing it.
I think having goals matters because you have something to look forward to and accomplish, and just being motivated to do something during these times also is something to look forward to.
I think having goals matters because it really just gives you a purpose and really motivates you to keep striving forward no matter what it is. Whatever you set, that's what you're going for. So yeah, I think goals are important.
I don't know, I feel like having small goals first will lead up because it's like you're building a wall, you know? Like you have one brick, you take it one at a time, take one goal at a time, and then soon you get where you want to go.
No, we're not doing a lot right now, but like, what are your guys' goals like right now? Like, my only goal right now was like getting good grades. That was the only thing I could really focus on.
Right now, when I think of goals, I think of like more than just like right now. I think of like long-term goals, not necessarily like, oh, what am I going to do today? What am I going to do tomorrow? What am I going to do the next day? More of like long-term goals of like, how am I going to like get through this pandemic that we're in, and how am I going to come out better maybe?
Yeah, I agree with that too. Just short little goals, try and get better as we go along to work up to that big goal.
I would say I right now, definitely for me, it's getting good grades because it's been pretty difficult for me through just all of this, and I'd say that's just been my long-term goal.
I'd probably say make the most out of every day.
Yeah.
I like not let one little thing of what someone said ruin your whole day.
I know I'd tell myself not to waste as much time as I did, really start working towards those goals that I set.
I would tell myself not to be lazy because I feel like in January of 2020, I was like just chilling on the weekends when I could have been going out with my friends because we wouldn't have known that a couple months later we wouldn't have been able to do anything like that. So I would just be like, get out, go do things instead of just sitting at home all the time.
I would say, because I got kicked off my basketball team in January because of my grades. I was like 1.1 under. And so I was looking forward to this year's basketball season, but it got canceled.
Yeah, I feel like piggybacking off of that, I was heavily involved in sports at my school, and just knowing that like my senior year, all of my sports are like gone, it's like kind of unfortunate. And I, of course, didn't know that back in January, but very sad now.
I was thinking that we were probably going to go back to school because they were saying that we were, and I was just looking forward to that, but then that got taken away as soon as I found out that we weren't going to go back to school for the next semester.
Yeah, same thing with some of my friends. They just made friends or they just met new people, and the pandemic kind of shut that down. Couldn't really keep in touch with them.
My big thing was summer camp, church camp.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was
Yeah.
so mad
That was so
Yep.
sad.
because we just got back from winter camp like a couple months before, you know, and it was like whatever. And then I thought it was gonna be gone. Like it just said 2 weeks, and then look where we're at now. But
Yeah. I feel like we were all just like sitting, crossing our fingers, hoping it would
Yeah.
happen.
yeah.
Then we got the news. We're like,
Excited for a 2-week spring break and then turn into
yes, our
Nice.
spring break turned into like almost a year off of school. Which at the time we were like, heck yes, no
Yeah.
school. But now we're like, oh, I wish we went back to school.
Yeah, I was pretty upset about Mexico because that's a pretty good trip, and honestly, I think I like that more than camp. I'm not saying camp is bad or anything. That's like a great trip too, but Mexico, I was pretty upset about Mexico.
I feel like being independent might be a good one, because I feel like myself, I'm kind of independent, and I feel like maybe it's just me, but I feel like society says, okay, like you graduate high school, you go to college, and you're independent. Like that's just how it is. But I feel like that's not the reality of it all the time.
Yeah, I know being in school now, a big push is for college.
Yeah.
To go to college, because then you'll be successful if you go to college. But now we kind of have trade schools and other options versus just college. But I get pushed from teachers to go to college a lot.
I remember in elementary school, that's what they all would tell us when we took this class or whatever, telling you like what college is good for what. And I started to realize that that's not the only option for a lot of people, and people need to realize that they can make their own decisions in their life. That's also gonna make them just as successful as somebody that does go to college.
Yeah, I guess the pushes kind of depend on what crowd you're in or area you're at, or yeah, it really does depend on where you're at, because some instances it can push you to go to church and go to all these places, strengthen your relationship with Christ and stuff. But then there's that other side, other group that could push you to go away from that and stuff. So it really does depend on where you're at, whether or not you get pushed in a direction or not.
I think a good goal to have is to spread the word. I think spreading the word it helps people like understand more, but you don't want to come across the wrong way, because if you do, they'll look at Christianity as a bad thing, and then they'll have friends that are like, I wonder what Christianity is like, and then they're like, oh no, it's bad because my friend is like that, and he doesn't, it's like something that I don't want to do, so you shouldn't do it either. And then it just goes down the line. And I feel like we should make sure to spread it, but do it in the right sense or form.
It's funny, with discipling to your oikos or your friends or really anyone, that is crazy too, because I believe it was over which one seems overbearing. I think now the culture that I see around that I'm in and stuff is kind of don't really tell people what they should do and do all this stuff. So that's kind of hard. But me and my family call that like our Americanism getting in the way of our Christianity. Because really it's like America's kind of like, let me do my own thing kind of, versus Christianity is like, yeah, but you should go here. Like it's a lot better.
I also say sometimes the overbearing part is we are very shy when we want to talk to our friends about Christianity, because we're worried that we're gonna get made fun of or just anything. It's our own insecurity that can get overbearing when it comes to trying to do what Christianity wants us to do.
Yeah, it's that whole balance thing comes up again.
Yep.
So, yeah, really just trying to represent really what Christianity is about, and just do it through your actions too.
Yes, actions.
Yeah. I would say people more pay attention to your actions, I feel like, than if you were to talk to them about it. Because if like when just your non-Christian sees you doing something just not Christian, like seeing you cussing, going around, just not doing good things, they're gonna wonder like, why is he doing? Like, isn't he supposed to be Christian? And it does not feel good if somebody goes up to you and says that, like, aren't you supposed to be a Christian? And why are you doing that?
Yeah, I feel like sometimes your actions will speak louder than
Yeah.
you physically maybe speaking to someone about Christianity. Maybe they see how you are and how you're acting, and they're like, wow, how and why do they act that way? And then maybe if they were to ask you, could explain it to them or something like that. Yeah,
because automatically they're gonna see something's different if you act like in a godly way. Like, I guarantee, like most of my friends, like if I meet a new friend, they're gonna know that I'm different, and like after a while, like hanging out with them, like they're gonna realize that there's something different, and that's one of my actual goals.
I definitely want to not slack so much on reading the Bible, because I know for like the first part of quarantine, like all the way through summer and everything, I was reading my Bible like crazy. And now I barely read it like once or twice a week, if that. And I just feel like that's a big thing that I should be doing, is reading the Bible.
Yeah, I'd say same too. So reading the Bible is pretty important, but I know I don't do it a lot. So
I would just say being more open about my faith to a lot of my friends, because it's way harder, I feel like, now to tell somebody about God because you don't get to see them as much, and there's not really as much as a social connection from being on the phone or doing whatever as it would be in person. So I need to be more open and more willing to talk about a lot of my faith to my friends that need it. And yeah.
Going into this new year, I would just say that I need to pray for others more, because I can pray for myself all day long, but I really need to reach out to others and say, hey, like, how can I pray for you? And maybe just not asking them, and just what I can see, how can I pray for them?
I feel like being more open too, not being afraid to ask questions, and reading my Bible more, praying more.